This low carb lasagna is a guilt-free option for lasagna lovers, and believe me, you won't miss the regular lasagna at all. For this lasagna, I am using eggplant and zucchini instead of regular lasagna sheets. So start by slicing the eggplant lengthwise into 1/8 of an inch thick slices. Since I am baking this dish in a 1 quart size baking dish, I have taken the quantities according to that, but you can increase the quantity based on how much you are making it. So here I have cut 6 to 7 slices of eggplant. Similarly, I am also cutting zucchini lengthwise into same 1/8 of an inch slices. I am using 8 to 10 slices here according to the quantity I need. You can also use yellow squash or any other gourd for this recipe. Full written recipe is mentioned in description, so check that out. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, then please do so for more recipes like this. After cutting the slices, we will sprinkle few pinches of salt on the slices and rub the salt on both sides and leave the slices for 10 minutes. We will do so with both zucchini and eggplant. By doing so, these vegetables will release their water, which we will wipe and remove using a paper towel. Eggplant has slight bitterness in its taste, and by releasing its water, it will lose that bitterness as well, and texture will be better for cooking. Be careful while adding salt on zucchini slices because it can get extra salty very easily. Just take a pinch or two on your fingers and rub on all slices from both sides. After 10 minutes, just dab the vegetable slices with a towel to remove any excess water it has released. Then brush the vegetables with some oil and air fry them for 5 to 7 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also do this on a pan. This will take away any moisture left on the slices and lasagna will not get soggy. Zucchini will take less time than eggplant in the air fryer, so do keep checking in between. Next step is making a protein-full filling. For this, add a teaspoon of oil in a pan and add some crumbled tofu and saute for 2 to 3 minutes. Then add paprika and few pinches of salt. Keep mixing and add a tablespoon of nutritional yeast and some black pepper powder. Do you know that along with giving great cheesy, nutty and umami flavor to the dish, nutritional yeast is rich in vitamin B6 to increase immunity and also beneficial for gut health and reducing cholesterol. If you don't find nutritional yeast, you can completely skip it. I'm just adding it for its benefits and to get some extra protein. Mix it and set it aside for now. Add a teaspoon of oil in the same pan, add 2 to 3 minced garlic cloves, saute it for a few seconds and add 1/3 cup each of mushrooms and capsicum. Saute and again add spices like salt, oregano, Italian seasoning, chili flakes, pinch or two of nutmeg, some black pepper and give it all a very good mix. Quantity of all spices is mentioned in description. If you're watching this video, I would love to hear from you. Do comment and let me know if you like the recipe or if you tried it. After mixing all the spices, add a cupful of chopped spinach and saute it for a minute until spinach gets all wilted and mixed. Then add a tablespoon of chopped fresh basil leaves and mix well. You can also use dried basil instead. Now take it out in a bowl and mix the crumbled tofu in it. Filling is ready and let's move on to layering the lasagna and prepping it for baking. Take a baking dish and brush it with some olive oil. I have taken 1 quart size baking dish. At the base, add some marinara sauce. I am using store-bought marinara sauce here. Then add the air-fried slices of eggplant and then zucchini. Try to keep the base layer thicker, and that's why I am adding double layer of vegetable slices. So 1 layer of eggplant and then 1 layer of zucchini. Then top it with the filling and spread the filling. Next, I am adding small dollops of ricotta cheese. This cheese spreads well and brings so much creaminess to the lasagna. You can also choose any other cheese of your choice. Maybe cottage cheese or paneer might work as well. Here I added a few spoons of cheese and then layering it again with eggplant and zucchini slices, but this time just a single layer of slices, and repeat with filling again, followed by cheese. Now the final layer of vegetable slices and then marinara on top. Topmost layer of lasagna is always cheesy and slightly crunchy and has a good bite to it. So topping it with some shredded mozzarella cheese and few spoons of panko breadcrumbs. I had this available and that's why I'm using this, but you can use any variety of breadcrumbs here. You can also decide here and add more or less cheese as you desire. Finishing it off with some Italian seasoning and roasted pine nuts for some crunch. Feel free to use walnuts or pistachios instead. Don't be afraid to experiment with your dish and tweak some ingredients of your liking. Now adding some cherry tomatoes for fun topping, and I'm baking this in oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I also broiled it for 2 to 3 minutes at low for that light brown crust on top. Now take it out and let it cool for 10 to 15 minutes before you put any other topping or cut it. So cut it into slices as desired and then serve it. I have drizzled some pesto on the top. Trust me, this lasagna got finished very quickly at my home, guilt free because it was low in carbs and high on taste. So do give this a try and let me know in comments. Thanks for watching.